Hello, and thanks for joining me again. Let's think about some of the things that we learned last time about glaciers. Glaciers are big masses of ice that form when lots of snow falls in one place without melting. As the snow gets squeezed together from its own weight, the snow becomes ice. And when that weight gets heavier, the glacier starts to squeeze itself out around the edges and move downhill. Glaciers also move downhill because they are pulled by gravity. I hope that you've had time to think about what scientists might do to study glaciers. Take a look at these real scientists hard at work, and then discuss with your class ways that you think scientists might study glaciers.
This is the first nice weather we've had in days.
Got work to do.
One of the ways that glaciers are studied is just by looking. We can learn a lot by taking a careful look at the world around us. As you have learned, glaciers move. When they do, they leave clues about where they have been. For instance, the Great Lakes were formed when glaciers started retreating, digging out big basins of earth that were filled by water to become lakes. Rocks like these in Central Park may bear scar marks from where ice dragged across the top of them. Scientists can even tell which direction the glacier was moving just by looking at these rocks. The side that gets broken off is the side that the glacier is moving to. The smoother slope is where the glacier first came over the rock. Some valleys also show us where glaciers have been. U-shaped valleys are often formed when glaciers scrape through them. All of these show us where glaciers have been in the past, which gives us clues about what the climate used to be like. For instance, glaciers used to be a lot farther south than they are today, showing that the world was a cooler place at one point. Scientists call this an ice age. Scientists also look at glaciers today. They measure how fast glaciers move and in which direction. They also compare pictures of glaciers taken from different years to see how they've changed. This gives us clues about our climate today. Another way that scientists can study glaciers is by looking at ice cores. Ice cores are made when scientists drill deep down into an ice sheet and pull a sample up. You know that when the snow is squeezed, it turns into ice. That is important because more snow falls during the winter than the summer. Also, during the summer, the snow is a little warmer than it is in the winter. Because of these two things, scientists can see layers in the ice core that mark each new year. By counting those layers, we know how old that section of ice core is. Another thing is that snow and ice trap everything that is in the air. If a big volcano erupts, it throws ash into the air, which travels around the globe. Some of that ash is trapped and can be seen in ice cores. Again, these help scientists know how old the ice core is and tells them more about the Earth at that time. Air bubbles get trapped, and by testing those bubbles, scientists can figure out what the air was composed of. If there was more carbon dioxide in the air at one time or another, they can find that out. Now it is your turn. See what observations you can make by studying a model of an ice core. Take a look at some pictures and make claims about the glacier story in them. Become a new glaciologist. Then talk with your class about the claims that you make. Next time, we will talk more about why scientists study glaciers.